We are back and we have some NBA news to talk about.
Yes, we do.
On Live Hip Hop Daily and These Urban Time presents Sideline Stories. Big night tonight. What just happened?
Hey man, that boy James gave a 50 ball with a triple dub,
and they still the 14th seed in the West.
I mean, they ain't say they were great. They just say give him 50-point dub on triple dub with LeBron's head. You know,
big win for the Houston Rockets tonight on TNT against the LA Lakers. That game just went final about 10 minutes ago. If that, we currently see that Dallas and Phoenix is actually on right now.
Nobody want to watch that game. Everybody sleep.
Dirk Nowitzki though has officially made it season 21.
About time.
Season 21. He's gonna make his season debut tonight. So that's dope right there. It's been a lot of surprises in the NBA right now. And to me, quite honestly, gentlemen, the NBA really doesn't get started until the Christmas Day games come about. I kind of feel like, you know, as the NFL season is coming to an end, when it's cold outside and Santa's looking to come down the chimney and the Grinch is looking to steal a few Christmas trees, NBA players turn it up and they take their games to another level.
And some of the best shoes come out.
But amen, some of the best shoes damn sure come out on Christmas. What I want to know from you gentlemen, though, it's a team right up north in another continent that's making these teams in America, another country, making these teams in America.
I got y'all.
Look a little funny right now. I mean, hey, what they say when the liquor's in the system, ain't no telling. Yeah, got me calling the continents countries and countries continents. But we're speaking on the Toronto Raptors. They've looked pretty good right now so far this season, and they're currently 8-1.
Right.
Without Kawhi Leonard in the lineup. So this is an MVP caliber player who isn't in the lineup. They won last night. Because they beat. They were 7-1 prior to last night's game, but he didn't play last night due to a hip injury. So 8-1 without Kawhi Leonard in the lineup. This is 2 times them beating the world champions, a team who I hold them to the standards of being in the NBA Finals again this year. We still haven't seen them with DeMarcus Cousins in the lineup. Now, the first time that the Raptors beat the Warriors, it was in Toronto, and it was without KD went off for 50 plus. It was our last show. It was our last show. You were correct about that. It was without Steph Curry and Draymond Green, however. Last night, the Warriors lineup was full and intact. Steph was back. Draymond was in the lineup. KD was in the lineup as well. KD, I believe, had 36 or 38 points, if I'm not mistaken. Excuse me for not knowing the exact number. It was 30 plus, though. So he was the leading scorer for Golden State yesterday.
I ain't going to talk bad about KD because he might get on one of his burner accounts and talk about me. But
it was a 20-point game. It was a 20-point game to end the night, but it was a 30-point deficit for the Warriors at one point. And this game was in Oracle in Oakland.
Oh, they were getting spanked now.
Oh yeah.
Are the Toronto Raptors for real? Can we finally say with DeMar DeRozan gone?
Now, when we say are they for real, are we talking like regular season?
No, can they bring a championship to the six?
Nah.
I mean, I had them once last week. I had them once. Well, 2 weeks ago I had them once.
No.
I said they're going to win. I said they had to win the finals.
No.
No, are they going to win or are they going to get to the finals?
They ain't going.
Who will go? Boston?
Yep.
So we just overlooking
First
Philly.
Off, I'm not even going. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. First off, Serge Ibaka.
Shooting all the jump shots in the world.
He's not the defensive presence he used to be. He has no real true offensive game. He's just there. Valanciunas, I like him, but in the playoffs,
4 weeks. He out there in 4 weeks.
But in the playoffs, he seems to shrink when he plays against other bigs because they do go away from him. Kyle Lowry, he shrinks in the playoffs.
That boy turned my height.
So Kawhi is really the only one with playoff success.
Danny Green.
So Kawhi and Danny Green are the only two with real playoff success. Fred VanVleet, he was hurt last year. So
show me something.
Yeah, I'll give him a break. He was hurt last year.
So he has to show us. As you say, you asked, are we talking regular season? And you asked that because it's another level that comes out in the postseason.
It is. Regular season is cool because, you get to play the Hawks and the Magic.
We're not going to throw the Hawks under the bus.
Well, let's keep it a buck.
We can keep it a buck. We just not gonna throw them under the bus. We can throw the Magic under the bus.
They're not.
They help us.
They're not winning.
So
they're gonna buffer your record. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're in the East. You get to play Washington. You get to play Atlanta. You get to play the Nets. All them kind of.
Is the East not tougher than we've seen it in years?
The East
relatively better.
The East at the top has
say okay?
more. I'm about to say the East is just.
Jay Black says just competitive.
It's more parity at the top.
Yeah.
So you have Toronto, you have Boston, you have Philly. You know what I'm saying? You have teams like that, Indiana. You have those teams where they're all about the same. You know what I mean? But you don't have one team where it's just like you already know. Like when LeBron was in the East, you already knew no matter he could have went out there with all of us and probably would have won the East. You know what I mean? So it's But
I mean, we gonna win.
Hey.
I'm pulling.
As soon as LeBron hit me in the corner, I'm letting it go. I'm
getting 20.
The Raptors, they really are gonna have to show me something when May, June comes around.
So beating the champs twice doesn't prove anything.
I don't care
about
yet. That because we've seen Golden State lose in the regular season before. They just have nights like that. You know what I mean? It's but then the playoff comes, and then KD, he may have had 36 this game. In the playoff, he might have 46, 8 and 8. Steph come around with another 25, 8 and 5. They step their game up.
It's certain teams care about now.
There's certain teams in this league. Where,
so are they not for real? Are you saying
they can
a
be?
Believer the Raptors aren't for real?
Now my thing is, I mean, they not get bounced out in the first round like last year, so that's not happening. Well, we lost the first round, second round.
I think last year was second round. No, because
that's right. They lost the second round because Cleveland
had Indiana in the first round.
Okay, so they're not losing the first round this year. So their best bet is either Eastern Conference or bust, because you can't lose to.
So are they coming out of the Eastern Conference?
I don't think so.
Jay Black, you nodding your head back there. You say yeah.
Kryptonite was Braun. They was a good team. Their only kryptonite was Braun.
Braun was the whole.
Jay Black said the only kryptonite was Braun. I mean, yeah, but
I don't think they would have beat Boston without Kyrie.
I think so.
I believe in one thing on the Raptors, and that's Kawhi.
Is he out here?
But
so
this
you
is
believe
Kawhi thing too.
Kawhi is a bully. You know what I'm saying? Kawhi's a problem for every team in the
You're right.
So Izzy's feeling like Kawhi is. So that's the reason that they're going to get to the finals. Are you saying?
They gonna get to the finals.
But Kawhi got a little bit of an injury bug in him too.
I mean, I don't think the real injuries now. I mean, they just really keeping him out. Hip stuff.
You're right, because when they came to Atlanta, I looked at the injury report and it said workload management. I said, but it sounded like an HR job to me.
That's a Popovich type move.
Oh, he didn't play in the A.
He didn't play in the A.
They'll be back in
on
February.
On the injury report, it said workload management.
They come back twice?
Yeah, they come back in February. Coach Field told me.
Okay, I respect that.
But I think for Toronto and Kawhi, can he take that next leap? Because you don't have the Popovich system. So now what you going to do in the playoffs?
Pop been throwing a lot of shade, too.
Pop been hating. Pop know he missed Kawhi. You see, you should have that man dirty. Need him. You need they boys stink out there.
Because DeRozan wasn't there.
DeRozan don't fit them. They try to turn him into something that his game is not.
And it's not even that. DeRozan is a mid-range monster when the mid-range doesn't even matter anymore.
And the Spurs are all predicating on moving and jacking them threes. Pretty much.
They don't have a point guard.
And that too, because Patty Mills
is a shooter.
I thought Patty Mills was going to have a better season.
Can't shoot.
But he's
predictable.
But he's a great defensive
he's
guard.
A great
and he's athletic.
Guard, and he's actually a decent facilitator. But it's like when you
Pop may have been trying to turn him into Kawhi. He might have thought that cat
can't shoot.
Because Kawhi came into the game. Now I'm not going to say he couldn't shoot.
Kawhi had a very established post game.
And he worked on his jump shot. Now he's a lethal shooter.
DeJounte ain't got no post game.
He can work on it. We can see what that young man can do.
I mean, he can't work on it now. The boy towards that shit.
Yeah. He's hurt right now.
And then I want to see what the boy Lonnie Walker gonna do. Cause
I think Lonnie Walker gonna be dope. Lonnie Walker gonna be dope. Out of the U, shout out to my boy. But
Lonnie Walker from
Lonnie Walker might be like the bigger version of De'Aaron Fox.
And De'Aaron Fox is playing great right now.
De'Aaron Fox is killing it.
De'Aaron Fox out there balling. But I was like, boy, I said, hey.
A fast guard.
And he's 6'5".
Who can put the ball in the cup. And Lonnie Walker can actually shoot a little bit better than De'Aaron.
Yeah, they beat us twice last year.
So yes and no. Raptors for real, can they bring a championship to the 6 this year with this team?
No.
I might agree with you, gentlemen, and say no, but I think we'll have to wait and see. I'm really impressed with the Sixers. Not even being biased, and
we know
the Celtics. No, I'm really impressed with the Sixers team that they have out there right now. Just the core. I agree. They might need to make another move. If they get one more shooter in there, then I could possibly see that. And we still. We got he in Phoenix.
I honestly, I would love to see, and he's a little bit over the hill now, but I would love to see Wesley Matthews in Philly though.
Why?
He's a 3-and-D kind of guy.
But they in the playoffs right now.
They got Jimmy Butler. No. But you got Jimmy Butler. Do you not? You don't think they're like he? I don't want to disrespect Matthew West.
Not the start.
Wesley Matthews.
Yeah,
not the start.
I don't want to disrespect him, but isn't he kind of like a poor man's Jimmy Butler?
Why not have that coming off the bench?
Wilson Chandler.
What Chandler can play?
Because Wilson Chandler, he's impressed me so far.
He played well.
Has he?
Yeah, he was out for a little while, so he's just kind of getting into the rotation and getting. But he's looking good. He looked good last night
when it mattered.
I ain't mad at that, but he has a lot of skills.
He does, absolutely. There's a lot of players that got a lot of skill, but there's a lot of players who that skill doesn't show when it matters.
You know what I think Philly should go get? And we talked about this on one of the episodes. He's sitting at home chilling, post out workout videos. Y'all might need him for the playoffs.
Melo?
Yeah. Why not?
And let me ask you this. We're going to move on in a second, but let me ask you this because you know this gentleman. You have a relationship with this gentleman. Can J.R. Smith fit in Philadelphia?
You know what? And the funny thing is, I'm glad you brought that because I had that conversation with somebody the other day.
It's a matter of if y'all can take his salary, but
I mean, salary, you got 1 year left. It's not that bad. $12 million, ain't bad.
And I mean,
I don't know what they already
got. If Cleveland wants to clear that spot, then they might be able to take on something where they pay half for the,
split it up, half
make some type of arrangement.
True, like how Washington got John Wall contract because they just pay him like what $20 million.
$20 million. If they trade him this season, that's a hell of a fee. You
traded to get on up out of here.
I said,
but I wouldn't be mad at Washington if they did. But I think JR would fit there.
Yeah, I saw something. They said Houston. Look, I said, no,
another player.
I don't want to go to Houston.
Another player who could have fit, but he's already, and this could be a great segue, as if Nick Young could have signed with Philly.
He went back to Philly. I wouldn't have been mad about that. That's one of the homies. I wouldn't have been mad about Swag going to Philly, but he went to Denver.
I don't
know why he went to Denver. I was like, they already guard.
So let's talk about that. Let's talk about that for a moment. Well. Okay, Nick Young, former LA Laker, LSU native from. He's from LA. Yeah, USC native. Yeah. USC native. He's a Trojan out there. Yeah, we gonna have a little more, man.
That boy put people in school he didn't want to.
USC native Nick Young. He also won a championship, so he is an NBA champion, and he contributed. He played his part.
I'll give my dog credit.
He played his part and made plays when they needed to be made on the offensive and defensive side of the ball.
And he said one of the funniest things after when they won the finals, but we're not.
But he signed with the Denver Nuggets, as you mentioned. He signed with the Denver Nuggets, who, as you say, he's a guard. They need guards right now. Gary Harris is hurt. Yeah. He may be going a month or so. Michael Porter Jr. is a forward, but he can play some. He's not out on the floor right now. He's still waiting on Isaiah Thomas. Now this gentleman isn't a guard, but Paul Millsap is recently hurt. He didn't play. So the Denver Nuggets have suffered several injuries.
This might be a lost season for them.
And they were expected to possibly, as we spoke on, not only make the playoffs,
deep in the playoffs,
but
they start off
be a contender to beat the Golden State Warriors and advance in the Western Conference in the playoffs.
I don't know about that,
but many looked at them to be a team that could make a threat.
Well, outside in last year.
Yeah. So the thing with the Nuggets is,
does Nick Young fit?
You're gonna have to. Because you don't have Will Barton, so I
was about to say you ain't got Will Barton either. So it's I guess it's like let's sign a guard who can get us some buckets. I mean, he fits
an experienced guard.
Yeah, he fits for what they need right now. I think this season is going to be kind of a wash for them.
They still made the playoffs?
No. Nah. If they do, they be like they were last year, outside fighting for the AC.
I don't think they make it. I'll be honest with you. I don't think they make it this year. I think
Dallas is looking real.
Dallas is gonna make it because you know Luka.
The guy we said that the Hawks drafted. Oh, who's what I'm saying? who's
But
balling right now.
It's a few games, gentlemen. It's a few games.
It's been a little more than a few.
And he's playing in a better conference and with better comps.
It's been a little more than a few.
Listen,
Hey, man.
all I'm gonna say is
He's always gonna have one thing. He's always gonna have one thing.
The
Trey's not
whole
gonna have.
thing. What was Trey's selling point? And I know I'm getting off topic here, but what was Trey's selling point?
Shooting from.
He can shoot. He's shooting less than 25% from
But
three right
but
now.
that's not why the Hawks
I ain't
drafted
talking
him.
to you.
That's they
Well,
did. They said they want him to be a facilitator, and he's doing that, gentlemen.
We're not.
Well,
mad
we
about
could
that.
have signed Rondo to do that.
And right now, no, Rondo Trey shots gonna get better over time. And right now, Luka's the reigning Western Conference Rookie of the Month. Trae Young, while only shooting 25% from three, is the Eastern Conference Rookie
That's
of the Month.
because-
That
Ain't
says
no
something
other-
about the rookies in the East.
It doesn't. What it says is he's getting it done.
I stand corrected because
He's
the
getting it
boy,
done in other places.
the boy,
He's
and,
what they're asking him to do right now, he's doing. Right now, the offense will run through John Collins or Kent Bazemore. Trae Young needs to bring the ball up the floor,
Offense not
see
running
the
through
floor. There are plays.
I know I'm
saying,
saying run through him,
but
but
they're running plays through him. All Trae's supposed to do is bring the ball up the floor. Luka
I don't know.
he's doing slightly more right now, but just slightly more. And I do think in the long term, both of those picks would be
He's
fantastic
doing
picks.
slightly more in a better conference.
Because better players.
He
They
has
play
better.
every night.
He has better. That team is a better team. It's
They got about the same.
Outside of DeAndre Jordan, I really don't see better players.
you
I
learn.
mean, Harrison Barnes is better than everybody on the Hawks team, but you know.
Harrison Barnes is
Dennis
is
Smith
is
Jr.
Kent Bazemore.
No, but don't be disrespectful. Harrison Barnes damn should not know Ken Bazemore. Ken Bazemore is Ken Bazemore.
Harrison Barnes was Kent Bazemore. Harrison Barnes.
Harrison Barnes a little
only
bit more
reason Harrison
talented.
Barnes even got that contract was because he played for Golden State.
He got it because
and he
he
started.
got it because of his potential though. When he was coming out of college, he was supposed to be.
And he failed
The
to Golden
next
State.
every-
So was
everything.
Marvin Williams.
I dig
so
it.
was Sheldon
I mean,
Williams. It's a lot of people supposed to be a lot of stuff.
Cats fall short as far as they predict, but his
Michael-
Hey, but look,
his
hey,
upside.
Williams.
Hey,
Mark-
hey, all-
Michael-
hey,
Michael
all this
Sounds
Fowler,
like
too.
you need to sign nobody with last name Williams in the NBA.
Hey, but hey,
Except for
we
Lou.
get- we get who? Oh, yeah, Lou Williams.
Yeah, we'll give him
we
that.
give him Lou. He's
That
hurt
might
right
not
now.
be his real last name. I don't know.
Yeah, his real last name Smith or something like that. Lou Smith. But no, you can't hate on that. Okay, you may not have been great, but as long as you stay in this league and getting these papers and this check, you can say what you want about Marvin Williams. He's been in the league what 13 years.
You right, but I'm saying
So,
what's the
he
difference
still be-
between
he
him and
still be-
Kent Bazemore?
Ken Bazemore is.
Ken Bazemore, all right. Like he's a good player.
What would you call him? The Great Mamba?
The Gray Mamba. He loves Kobe. Kobe being a black mamba, so Kent the Gray Mamba. He's the Gray Mamba. That's what he is.
He called him that.
Kent Bazemore.
Yeah.
If you know, and I know cats sometimes feel like I'm a homer and whatnot, but when I'm looking at these players, Kent Bazemore is a good player.
Yeah.
He has
plays
a
good
high.
defense.
He
He
can
plays
score the
well.
basketball.
High energy. He
Sometimes-
can get hot.
We can see him flourish on another, like you know.
But sometimes
on
he
another
get
team.
sometimes he get a little outside himself.
He's the Gray Mamba though. He still has the
He
mentality.
gets outside of himself because it's like, well, who else?
Who else? Who else? Who else?
You want me to trade? You want me to
Who
pass
else?
it to trade shoe 25%
before
from
even
the logo?
trade? Before even trade, when
They
Al
also
and
do
Paul
too.
You want me
Millsap
to-
were here, I'm taking a shot over them two cats. I'm taking a shot over Paul.
well.
When have we seen?
It depends.
And-
It depends.
and hey,
the
this might-
Millsap is the king of going to the cup and losing the ball.
No, this might
Looking
hurt some of my
for
political friends. When have we ever seen Paul Millsap or Al Horford hit a game winner?
I've seen it.
Well, Paul.
When in
In
2003?
And
Not in the playoffs when Al.
Millsap did do that.
Yeah, he did.
Once maybe literally.
Al did win Game 5.
I don't know about Al, but
He won Game 5 in the playoffs.
Al-
So this is 2 times between 2 players who were here. What
when you
7?
You seen Kent
10
do it? How many
I've
times?
seen Kent. I've seen Kent hit more game winners than both of them cats combined.
Listen, that's the
In,
point.
in an Atlanta Hawks uniform. Like
That
I
supports
had.
my argument.
The fact of the matter remains, Harrison Barnes been Kent Bazemore, okay?
Barely.
And Luka and Trey will
And
both
Luka,
be.
and also,
Luka is better than Trey.
and he takes better shots than Trey too.
He's
smarter
playing good
than Trey.
basketball right now. He's played professional basketball a lot longer.
And
so
that's
I'm not
why
gonna-
I would
It
address-
sounds like
so
we
I'm-
should have
so-
took him.
No, so I'm not going to knock that point.
Hold on. What was your reason why we
Well, listen, I'm gonna keep it funky with you.
Because he's foreign.
I
He
didn't-
said
I-
like
I-
foreign.
yeah,
he wouldn't have fit the culture.
I didn't think that Luka would have fit the culture outside of the court here in Atlanta.
Who cares?
But hold up.
Atlanta United whole team don't fit the culture of Atlanta.
I wanted Marvin Bagley originally at first.
He too.
I wanted Marvin Bagley. Trey was my second pick, and then I wanted Jaren Jackson.
What did I tell you?
I wanted these three players before I even wanted Luka here.
And this will tell you because it's been a lot of people that have been like, oh, you just saying that because you just seeing the results. What did I tell you when we were going to watch the Falcons Philly game at the bar?
About Stark or
this draft? We were walking up to the bar, and I told you who I wanted.
Oh, in the NBA, yeah, okay.
I wanted Luka. I was like, he can hoop, he can play both guard positions. Like, if we do lose Schroeder, that's cool. We can still use Luka as a playmaker.
And what I said to you then is what I'm gonna say now. It just
he don't fit the culture.
He don't fit the culture.
But at the end of the day,
he fits the culture in Dallas because they already had a foreign superstar in Dirk Nowitzki.
But at the end of the day, winning, if you win, we will.
But they don't want to win. They don't want to win today. Like they don't want to win today. They want to win overall over time.
Okay.
And
what I'm saying is
they'll build a better team.
I agree with you on that point.
Because so what if?
But my thing is, what if in 4 years Luka is still better than Trey?
This one I'm gonna counteract the question with it. I'm counteracting this question with a question though. If you have Luka over Trae Young, there's a small possibility that you win 6 or 7 more games than you will. So that draft pick can go from possibly having a number 1 or 2 pick to having the 10th pick and be sitting somewhere where like a Denver or so has set over the past few years. So suppose you had the ability to get Luka, and then you don't get a top 5 pick, so you miss out on RJ or you miss out on Zion versus having Trae Young fall into the top 3 pick again. Because you fall to the top 3, you get one of Dallas's picks. So now you get 2 first-round picks, and you have the ability to take 2 top 10 players.
Well, here's the thing. Dallas.
So now you got 3 top 10 players versus having Luka and someone.
But here's the thing, though. Dallas looks like they might make the playoffs.
It's possible.
So that's a pick in between 15 to 30.
Yeah, cool. Okay, and now you can work that pick and whatever.
But
you got other picks to shop around.
You're absolutely right. But would I rather have? Let's say for argument's sake, Trey doesn't turn out to be who we thought he was going to be.
But so who do you think he's going to be? Are you falling for the Steph Curry hype
or the
Steve Nash hype?
I didn't fall into either one.
Okay,
just put it like this: Trey has, and he has the potential to be one great. Or the biggest bust in the draft.
It's a matter of
he has that coming in. They built it up. He has the biggest. He has upside could be up here.
Yeah.
Or he could be the biggest bust.
Yeah.
And that you are not trying to.
But he already hasn't been the biggest bust. He's already had a better NBA career than Anthony Bennett. So we can't he won't be the biggest bust.
I said biggest bust
but
in the draft. This draft
either. But the thing is, the difference between here and here is his 3-point shot. And his shot selection.
His shot selection is terrible.
His shot selection,
but you'll learn that. Like I say, once again, Luka.
Because they said the same thing about J.R. Smith, and he ain't learned that.
He's not J.R. though. He's not J.R. He's not. But J.R. is a scorer.
J.R. is a scorer, but J.R. always
a shooter right now.
But J.R.'s always been the shooting crazy shot. That's been J.R.'s game.
And that's not Trae Young. Trae Young is a facilitator at nature who just happens to score. He got to get an NBA. He's got to learn how.
Well, if that's what it is, don't sell him as the next Steph because Steph is not a great facilitator.
He's never claimed that.
He hasn't, but that's what they sold to the Atlanta fans.
No. It's been a mix.
It's because they said
we sold
it
it amongst ourselves, but no.
I'm
just saying like fans. I'm saying or supporters who live here in the Atlanta area because Slink has said the whole time that he only took Trae because he saw Trae as a facilitator, and he has scored such a
facilitator that high.
That's what they wanted for what they're building, for whatever they're building,
and that is like you have no. To be honest, like he came from the Golden State era. That's what they're trying to do. Like it's not. I don't see the plan. Like, all right, so who's gonna be your star?
I don't see the plan.
So you go in this league. You gonna have to have a star.
You have to have 2.
They got 2 right now, and John Collins and Trae Young.
You got a dunker and a non-shooter facilitator.
John Collins expanded his game.
Like I said the other day, I'm not. I told you I'm not having John Collins come on screens and down screens.
You know what?
Who's the next topic?
What's wrong with the Chicago Bulls?
Oh, please, let's talk about the mutiny that's going on in Chicago.
And that's why, Chicago's another young team in the Eastern Conference who a lot of cats, the Hawks, people haven't had a lot of high expectations for the Hawks this year, but some cats have had high expectations for the Bulls. Not championship expectations by no means, but a very young, talented team.
I will say I like Larry Mark.
And it's falling apart.
I like Laurie.
Or has it fallen apart?
Season hurt. Well, first off, when Bobby Portis started fighting and had
last
year, you already knew it was an issue here. So you should have probably got rid of Fred.
And that was Fred Hoiberg originally.
I've always said Fred Hoiberg should have never been the Bulls coach because Fred Hoiberg is a great college coach.
The thing is,
stay in college.
Yeah, when you got Dwayne Wade and Jimmy Butler being like, we on you.
Let's be honest. How many outside of Brad Stevens, he doesn't count. How many college coaches really succeed in the NBA?
They bounce back and forth. Outside of Brad, tried it. Patino tried it.
Outside of Brad Stevens, who walked into a great situation. Let's call it what it is.
He did.
He walked into a great situation.
He's a great coach at the same time.
He's a great play caller.
He's a
great play caller. He walked into a great situation. Good. Outside of him, who else?
That's it.
Exactly. So, getting these college coaches, that's the reason why they stay in college.
Billy Donovan's okay, but, you're going to be okay with Paul George and Russell Westbrook.
And it's still not taking them to the next level.
Exactly. And we see his coaching flaws left and right.
KD said, I'm out of here on this bull. I ain't fucking with this.
KD pitched out him.
Well, we ain't going to talk about KD. He, like I said, burner account. I don't feel like getting that smoke, but we already.
We can take it. We can take
if we can take it,
take the smoke, Katie. Please send us burner account. Please. We know you're watching.
The thing is with KD is he probably would have left regardless. Scott Brooks, we're seeing now.
That's what Scott Brooks is.
Scott Brooks is a two-player coach. He runs the same stuff he ran in Oklahoma.
And that don't work because Bradley Beal ain't KD. And John Wall ain't.
And they have too much. And they have too much talent to be as terrible as they've been so far.
Honestly, and just, once again, totally off subject. I feel like you put Coach Bud with them, they making the playoffs.
Coach Bud is a way better coach. Yeah. But what about these Bulls? What about the Chicago
Bulls? They were hurt early. Larry Marketing was hurt. Bobby Portis was hurt early. Chris Dunn was hurt.
He had personal issues too.
Jabari.
Now Jabari fell out of rotation.
Jabari Parker is always hurt.
But he wasn't even hurt this year. He's been healthy. He just fell out of rotation. We don't know why.
And it's just like
it's hard to play at home.
I've always
he's a Chicago native. Hard to play at home.
I feel like
everybody can't play at home.
You probably need a better coach to deal with younger talent. Because Fred Hoiberg, I feel like he's one of them situations where from what I've seen, he's not a strong personality.
And you can't be like that. He's a nice guy. He's a nice guy.
Yeah, you can be like that in college because a nice guy, you're trying to win over these mothers and fathers. But
in the NBA, they don't care about that.
Grown men.
You grown, yeah. These grown are 25 to 30-year-old men, and they're like,
nigga, we don't need you.
Hey, bro.
So what's wrong with them?
Just call the play.
What's wrong with them now? Fred Hoiberg is out of the building.
And now,
is the ship just was it sunken so bad that
once you find your coach, you know you sinking.
You know who the Bulls should go get?
But that's what I said. They were in a sunken place.
I know who you about to say. Go ahead.
Marky Mark?
Nah.
Who he's been due for head coach job for a long time.
Has he been due for it?
He's in LA.
Has he been due for it?
He's been due for a coach job.
Who are you speaking
of? Sam Cassell. Sam Cassell worked perfectly. Look all the players. He's an assistant coach in player development.
I'm gonna tell you this.
What?
And I won't disclose who he was speaking on, but I met Sam Cassell one time in Lenox Mall, Foot Locker in Lenox Mall, and I was excited because I love Sam Cassell as a young cat. Jada gave him the line, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get bucks like Milwaukee because like Sam, I could sell. That's one of my favorite lines ever. I asked him about a particular player in the NBA at this time. This was like, I moved here in 2010. So this was 2010, 2011.
When he still playing? Oh, no, he was already done.
He was done. He was coaching.
Yeah, he was done.
He was coaching.
He was in Boston.
Mm-hmm. I said, what do you think of so-and-so? And he said, oh, that man's a bitch-ass nigga. I know I'm going to make some, he's not going to reveal who he is. No, I'm not. He was. I'll tell you guys off camera.
Yeah, we'll talk about
He
it.
was like that. Oh, he's a bitch ass nigga. I don't fuck with him. And I was just appalled that he didn't know me. I was in there as a fan. Like I was buying some sneakers and saw it was Sam Cassell. I'm like, oh shit, like this Sam Cassell. You know what I'm saying? And I just started asking him to see, and he was literally giving me his feelings on shit. So I thought that was
Gave you
real.
a hot take, Aaron.
Hot take.
But
So I think he's a realist. I think he's a realist.
he's a players adapt to him. Like look how
Some.
some players, but he's worked well.
Because
With,
gonna-
he's worked-
Some players
he-
can't be coached by.
He's gonna demand. He's gonna demand. And he's gonna demand a lot.
but also players have gotten better.
8-2 real.
Yeah, he is.
I think
I
Zach
would-
Levine would be really good under
He-
somebody
yeah.
like that. I think
But-
Chris
but
Dunn would be good under somebody like that.
He always works well with guards. Like look all the guards that came who's his under the tutelage looks great. Look at the boy. I can't even say his
Bledsoe.
name. Bledsoe looks great. Shai Alexander. That's what I'm gonna say. He looks great.
Gilgeous-Alexander?
Yeah, the long name. He looks good. Rondo got better under Sam Cassell. Like he had
Chris
a nice
Paul.
track. Chris Paul got better under him. Like his track record seems great. He's due for a coaching job. Like, come on, stop playing my dog. You know what I'm saying? I might be a little biased, but
Well,
you know,
we all know who Jalen Rose wants at that job. Juwan Howard.
Oh, Chicago, that won't be bad. He's been due for a job too. He's been getting overlooked.
He's been in Miami making noise for some time.
So I mean, think about it.
But how has he made them better? Like since Juwan Howard had
Well,
the
he
coaching
helped-
staff without LeBron, how has he made them better?
I mean, he helped
Their
Hassan.
forwards are they any
He's-
better?
He's helping Hassan get a
Yeah,
lot better
he-
because before
Hassan
Hassan,
before last year.
but I'm saying he got Hassan better because before Hassan got to Miami, Hassan was going to be
Hassan,
going to be
Justice
nowhere.
Winslow.
Just case.
Bam.
He's just that veteran leadership that Juwan got.
And he's a player's coach.
Groovy Lou saying players coach, veteran
players
leadership.
Oh yeah, he's Bill Russell.
He helped Udonis Haslem. When Udonis Haslem was
You
good.
don't listen to him, he likes him.
Nah, that don't mean they gonna listen to him. They
No.
might.
His hairline receding.
He was in that fast.
He was in the fat end.
If I-
So was Chris Webber, but I hate him on commentary.
oh Lord, Lord.
Chris Webber ain't the coach though.
They be trying to kill him on Twitter. I mean,
Yeah, he just dry. Chris, he great basketball mind, but he dry on camera.
Yeah.
And sometimes we try to get overhyped, be like, I'm like, nah, that's not your personality, brother. Just stick to the X and O's. Just call the game.
Yeah, so Chris
He
Roberts
might not need
alone.
to be the color commentary.
why? Niggas still weak, and New York Knicks still got Walt Frazier.
But Walt Fraser's a New
He
York
trash
legend.
too.
Walt still went close from 1970, bro. Like,
He's still
Like,
here.
I'm
New
not.
York
I'm
legend.
not saying he better.
Walt Frazier-
I'm
Walt
just
Frazier-
saying like Chris Webber can like if I tune into a game and Chris Webber calling it, I'm out of here. I'm out of here gone. Like I'd rather
listen to
this
Reggie
is
Miller
not
too.
a shot at nobody because I love her, but Doris Burke is so much better
yeah,
than Chris Webber.
yep.
I just listen to it regardless. If I dig it, I
listen to Doris Burke.
She's more knowledgeable.
I'm
she's
si-
more personable. Like she just does a overall better job.
He be more knowledgeable than somebody who played in the game.
She sounds like it.
She nice though.
She sounds okay. Well, that's a better testament to her. She sounds like she's more knowledgeable. Like Chris Webber doesn't even sound knowledgeable. Well, I'm not gonna say he doesn't sound knowledgeable, but he the way he commentates, Doris Burke just does it better. She brings more knowledge and more
It make you
interest
feel like a
into
student.
the game.
It make you feel like a student when you listen to it.
Players are not good coaches.
Yeah, sometimes.
That's true.
Honestly, I never even heard Doris Burke.
So how about this? She probably do the game tomorrow.
When do she
ESPN.
ESPN, Joe.
ESPN.
She got
on TNT?
the red carrot top.
Yeah, Doris good money. She definitely.
She is.
Way good man.
Yeah, I respect that. I'm not the biggest Chris Webber fan on air, but it's a few. I'm not the biggest Greg. Like so, I watch the NBA.
I'm not
I watch
Greg
NBA
Anthony.
TV staff.
Honestly, if I can,
I watch it.
if I can honestly,
I just
get-
listen to Steve. I listen to Smitty. I just listen to Steve.
I like Smitty. I like Grant
I
Hill
listen to
sometimes when he on
Smitty's
there.
rant.
Smitty is good.
And say cool just because say cool's funny.
if I can,
But he ain't a
get-
former player though. He just
Oh, yeah.
he a writer, so he think with his brain. Not saying athletes don't think with their brain. He a writer, so he thinks with his brain. So he just banned.
Hey.
If I can get Van Gundy and Mark Jackson,
Yeah, I just live too. I just
every
listen
game,
to them
I'm
too.
straight.
Yes. I love it.
Bang.
Gundy.
And with Mark Breen though.
Yeah. Bye.
That's a hard team.
Hey, but
So let me ask you gentlemen this: the New York Knicks have finally signed rookie Alonzo Trier.
They should have.
I think Trier is a great player.
Absolutely.
Arizona Wildcat was doing his thing in
Balling.
the Pac-12 or whatever it is last year.
He definitely
He went undrafted, which was a total shocker to me.
the
But
scandal.
He did.
It happens.
The scandal.
As he talks about the scandal, something very light. He was in a car accident. He was forced to take a medicine that many would look as to be a steroid or a
talk about
former
that.
PhD.
Well, that too. PhD too.
So that he missed a few games. Then eventually the NCAA realized that he had to take the medicine for medical terms, and it wasn't like a steroid. So they let him play again.
It wasn't like a performance enhancer.
But that's how it was looked upon at first, though.
It just was on the list. It just fell on the list. But I mean, good look for the boy. You know what I'm saying?
2 years, $7 million deal.
Not a bad contract.
Hey, do it. That's
bad
a nice
contract.
little rookie.
That's a nice rookie deal.
Yeah,
and then
nice little rookie
he
deal.
plays that out.
He's worth
He
it.
I agree.
He's worth it because he's been hooping.
What you think, H? New York Knicks. What you think, man?
It don't matter to him.
Yeah, all right.
We need to be worried about Porzingis right now.
Porzingis will be back. He
He'll
said
be
we
back
need to be
next
worried
year.
about Porzingis, New York native.
Back. To me, after Melo, he kind of shook. He don't want to be the man.
Nah. I
Okay,
don't
so
agree with
you're
you on
saying he didn't want to be the man after
that.
Melo.
I don't agree with you on that. I feel like
He was the man with Melo, though.
I was about
He
to
was
say,
the
I
man
feel
with
like-
Melo.
He ain't played this year.
He hurt.
tore his ACL.
He can't. He can't play.
He could play
He tore his ACL.
ACL.
a big man.
Dang, H. You want the boy playing one leg?
He can't. He not. He cannot be
Yeah.
medically cleared
He
until
can play.
the end of
He
January.
can play. He ain't just tore his ACL. He can
These
play
ain't
them
the-
all.
These ain't the 90s when the Knicks had a chance to go to the playoffs.
Man,
like,
this boy said he
come
can
back
play
and
with
they
a
still
torn
not going
ACL.
nowhere.
H, what kind of message is that? So you want to play with a broken arm too?
Yeah, we need him out there.
Why? To do what?
Doing it, man.
To do
Y'all
what?
ain't going nowhere.
To get a
I
worse
like
draft
Fizdale.
pick?
That's my guy. But y'all ain't going nowhere.
Fizdale good. Kevin Knox gonna be
Yeah,
good.
Kevin Knox
Yeah.
good.
They bring it.
Let
Let
him
him
go
go
with
with
the
some young
future
talent.
then.
He
Y'all
got
might
some
get
young-
y'all might get a chance to get KD possibly. It's like
Nah,
Sunday.
that's not
I said
enough.
Sunday. I said Sunday.
There's no slim chance. No slim chance.
Sky bubble, but Zion's going to the Knicks.
That's not. That's what
I
y'all
mean,
need.
that's not
what y'all need.
unbelievable.
That's not what y'all need.
That's
That's not what y'all need.
We hope you get him. I
That's
don't
what y'all
want
need.
it.
Y'all don't need Zion. I
They
told-
just said he ain't coming to the Hawks.
Y'all don't need Zion
Like you
because
said, we want to put people in the seats.
Y'all gotta
y'all
go.
put people in the seats regardless. Y'all stank for the
That's
last 20
cool.
years.
The only good he'll
Look,
do
matter
you
of
is
fact,
on a fast break, so it don't
I
matter.
put the Knicks and the Cowboys in the same sentence.
They in
Like,
the
they
same.
face
They in the same.
They are.
Y'all are. Y'all
Y'all
are.
in
Limited
the same
success.
Y'all are.
Y'all that had success.
Cowboys
Some
done
people always
won more championships than y'all. But
Cowboys.
oh no, Cowboys
ain't
winning
either.
this year, but they not.
The Cowboys,
And then going to the playoffs.
look.
Maybe.
The Cowboys, they're going to
Maybe.
lose. They're going
Maybe.
to lose. We all know this.
It's gonna be a dramatic loss.
It's going to
It's
be
not
dramatic.
gonna be
loss.
dramatic.
It's a dramatic
It's going to be
loss.
dramatic, and everybody going to lose. I'm
They
going to laugh.
gonna mess around and play the Rams first.
Is he got a prediction on
But
it?
first, the Cowboys will upset either the Saints or the Rams.
They're not winning a playoff game.
They play one of the.
They- No, because
First
they're
off,
going to
they're not
roll.
gonna be
Is
the
he
same
saying
because
they're
already
gonna predict
played
the
them.
Saints?
They're
They're
gonna
gonna beat
roll.
the Saints
They're
or the
gonna
Rams?
smack.
Same team twice.
It's dramatic.
Groovy Lou said a dramatic loss.
No, they're going. The Cowboys will go if they got to go to New Orleans. They're getting smacked by 20 plus because the Saints ain't. First of all,
Well, the Saints
beat
gonna,
them.
it's gonna be probably the Rams Saints number 1 and 2 seed.
So your best bet
Dallas
is
is probably gonna play Chicago first or something like that.
That's a loss.
That's an L.
That's an L.
That's
That's
an
an
L.
L. That's an L.
That's a Dak Prescott's exposed by Khalil Mack.
'Cause
So
Dak Prescott stopped.
let me ask you, gentlemen, this. Now, it's a gentleman whose name has been making a lot of noise.
Hey,
And-
but before
and-
you mention him, please tell me, were you on Instagram the other day between the two guys that was about to talk about this guy?
I saw some of it today. Honestly, I didn't see it 2 days ago.
Did you see it, brother? Because I know
I
I,
did.
was. I tuned in.
saw it.
I tuned in. I was thoroughly. I was hilarious. It was, bruh.
So you ladies and gentlemen know we cover all sports around here. So the WNBA is a big thing that we cover. I was recently in LA and was blessed with the opportunity to cover the LA Sparks, a wonderful franchise in the WNBA, a few championships under their belt. MVP caliber player and Candace Parker is out there as well. Their coach decided to walk away this year.
Right.
Coach Brian, great man, wishing well. He could possibly end up at the job in Dallas with the Dallas Wings. He'll have
Skylar.
Liz Cambridge if she decides to come back, and Skylar Diggins. But
Yes,
the
yes,
LA
I do.
Sparks have a new head coach, a gentleman who's very familiar with the LA area, very familiar with Staples Arena,
Hope we got security.
has won 5 championships as a member of a team that played inside of Staples
Chase the
Arena.
teammates wise.
So of course it couldn't be the LA Clippers. It has to be the LA Lakers if he's
Right.
talking about 5 championships.
Kobe? No.
Nah, not Kobe. Not Kobe.
Kobe coaches daughters. Kobe
But
coaches daughters.
but a gentleman who was at one point Kobe said was his only friend.
That's easy money.
Derek Fisher is now the head coach of the Los Angeles Sparks.
Man.
Now, this is actually going to be a double-sided question, but I want to start with this. Was that a great hire by the Los Angeles Sparks, bringing over Derek Fisher, an extremely knowledgeable player, as we know?
That's good.
Played the
That's
point
good.
guard, so that's looked upon as being the floor general or the coach on the floor.
Right.
So he's knowledgeable in that aspect as well.
It's not hard to get the ball to Kobe, get the ball to Shaq.
It wasn't hard to get a ball to Kobe and Shaq, but it is hard to be the point guard and you have to manage them two egos and you have to make the best basketball play versus trying to appease Kobe and pass him the ball or appease Shaq and pass him the ball. You making the right play, putting Robert Horry in position to hit game running shots.
Did he, or was that the triangle?
I feel like that
But he
triangle
was running the
offense.
triangle though. He was running
But
the
the
triangle.
offenses ran through the paint. But anyway, go ahead.
We gonna so if you don't feel as strongly about Derrick Rose, Derek Fisher, let it be known.
Well, it's not that I don't feel strong. I actually think it's a very good hire. It brings more attention to the team.
But is he only a good hire from that perspective or from the X's and O's?
He's not a bad basketball mind. So I think it's not a bad hire.
It's not a bad hire, just other stuff that we ain't fooling with when it comes to Derek Fisher.
So we're not gonna talk about Fisher's personal life.
Oh wait, no, that mean
It's not a bad hire.
It's not a bad. I mean that
coaching-wise,
basketball
I think he'll
wise,
be
it's not.
fine.
I don't think he should have been the head coach with the Knicks.
I don't. I think he was a
But hold on.
a figurehead.
We're not gonna talk about his personal life,
No, that's it.
but we will talk about what he's doing in the business realm. Now, several NBA players, former NBA players, Baron Davis has commented on it. Matt Barnes has commented. They're highly upset because Derek Fisher has invested in a new company, which will help athletes when they go broke by taking some money from their salary or pension when they're their clients. Pretty much, just some type of.
he is not welcome in the NBA circle right now. I can definitely say that.
Folks are kind of upset about it.
And I mean, and exactly the person. See, it all stems from what you just said, now, the personal business. So that, at the top of what you're doing right now, it's not looking good in the NBA circle, man. Like especially now with the old heads. So they're not going to be messing with you, and especially now, like my man Jack said, now you're going with the women. They already know what's going on, so they're not going to be really fooling with you for real. So I mean, that's what he's kind of in a very particular situation. I mean, you know the basketball coach, but he kind of messed himself up for real. To be honest, let's keep it a buck.
Good hire for the Sparks, and they make something happen with it, or are we going to wait and see?
We have to wait and see, but I mean,
You'll have to wait and see.
Before we get out of here, gentlemen, as we mentioned, this will be our last show of 2018, so we won't see each other before the holiday season. What's up, Groovy Lou? What you
Just want to get something off my chest.
talk to us? Groovy Lou want to get something off his
I just
chest.
want to address Bill Belichick
Oh, boy.
oh
for
god,
taking out Devin McCourty,
oh
best defender
We're going to talk about football later.
in the game.
Okay. Groovy Lou he had a bone to pick with you, Bill Belichick. So
We're going to talk about that
We're
later.
gonna talk about that in one moment. Christmas games are right around the corner. The Christmas games are right around the corner.
There it is.
NBA has a few great games lined up for us this year, as always.
Of course.
I want to know you guys' predictions on the game, and we still got a few more things to talk about before the show is over. So I just want the team. Just let me know the team. Who you feel gonna rock out this upcoming Christmas Day? We will kick it off in Madison Square Garden
Whoever they playing.
as Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks will be in town to take on Lonzo Trier.
put him on the headline.
Yeah, he's the headliner.
Hardaway Jr.
Tim Hardaway Jr. and the New York Knicks.
Bucks.
So who you rocking with? The Bucks or the Knicks?
Bucks, easy money.
Next topic.
Who you rocking with?
Not the Knicks. The Bucks.
I'm gonna go with the Bucks as well. So we got a clean sweep. First game 12:30. Bucks versus Knicks. Second game of the afternoon will be in Houston,
It's time.
as we'll see Paul George, Russell Westbrook, and the Oklahoma City Thunder
It's time.
headed to Astro World, where Travis Scott is constantly sitting front row to take on Chris Paul, James Harden, Mr. 50-point triple-double man tonight,
On LeBron's head.
Well,
and the Houston Rockets. Who you got, Thunder or the Rockets?
Trav going to be mad because the Thunder's about to win that one big.
Okay. Trav possibly being front row with his lady.
Yeah. I see a double. I see a triple double between James and Russ. So I'm gonna go Rockets.
Rockets in that one.
Just because they might be starting. They might hopefully. Thank God.
We starting the gel?
Yeah, starting the gel. So start turning around and get out that stank 14 seed they in right now.
I'm gonna rock with you on Christmas Day. I feel like
I'll be right.
I feel like Russell Westbrook is gonna be the Grinch, and OKC is gonna win that game. So I'm gonna go with OKC beating the Rockets.
Yeah.
Third game of the night will be in Boston.
We already know you picking.
It'll be in Boston. We'll have Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons, Jimmy Butler, and Rocky Balboa with the Philadelphia 76ers taking on Mark Wahlberg, Tom Brady,
Bill
Belichick, Kyrie Irving, and the Boston Celtics. The rivalry renewed, Philly versus Boston. In Boston, who you going with? Go ahead and sip your tea.
I'm going to go with Boston.
Okay, going with the Grinches on Christmas. Who you liking that one?
Going with Boston on that one.
Boston.
We know.
And I'm going to steal something. What they doing NFL Network? Oh, woo! For you, the lone wolf.
Hey.
I'm going to be the lone wolf.
We know.
We
already know. You going with Philly. That's not surprising.
With the Philadelphia 76ers. You know what I'm saying?
Who you picking.
Go with the Philadelphia 76ers. Then a great game. The primetime game, 8 o'clock game. We'll have LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers heading to Oracle Arena out in Oakland to take on Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, and the Golden State Warriors. Lakers versus Warriors. Great matchup right there. Who you going with?
The Warriors are going to blow them out.
Warriors in a blowout. Who you rocking with?
I concur.
As a Laker fan, it's hard. As a Laker fan, it's hard.
I'm just saying. I think the Warriors, for some reason, they take that Christmas game personal.
Especially because they're playing LeBron.
When they playing LeBron.
They playing LeBron. LeBron's got a little more to rely on this game. Though he bringing some talent with him to Oakland.
I'm gonna go with the Warriors by at least 15.
Nah. Warriors by at least 15. I like the Warriors in that game as well. Izzy got Warriors by 20.
Ain't he a Laker fan?
Eight's a newfound Laker fan.
Fan.
Really?
Who knew?
Lakers by 3?
Lakers gonna win it by 3.
We've welcomed H into to Laker Nation.
1, 2. Once they get the W, that's all that matters.
Lakers with a
You
W.
know that's not a championship too. I just wanted. I had it here before the year was over. Get this chip, baby.
Yeah, H.
Get this chip.
H. Every time the Lakers win a game, I think about you though. I'm like, it'll be hilarious because H has more faith than I do. He said the Lakers gonna get a chip
If the Lakers,
this season.
If the Lakers by some chance,
this season we gonna get this chip, baby. That's been his slogan.
If the Lakers by some sense of the imagination win, I might.
If the Lakers win, dog, we gotta go to the parade. We gotta go to the parade regardless. But you damn sure I might have to fly you out there, or I'ma drive. However we get out there. You know what I'm saying?
We'll figure it out.
Get to the parade and whatnot, because that'll be some shit. Last game of the night, it's in Utah. Utah has an amazing crowd. I will say that much. They have an amazing atmosphere and everything like that. You'll have it's a great place to catch a game. Like you being
what else to do in Utah?
That's why you would love it. You being a sports lover, you being there like, damn, this shit is alright up here. Trailblazers, the Portland Trailblazers taking on the Utah Jazz. That's the final game of the night. It's an okay game. No sir.
It's a decent game.
Izzy say it's a great game. That's one of them games where you eating your last piece of pie. You like, I cut it on.
I'm gonna go with the Blazers because I like Dame.
Blazers because you like Dame.
Simple.
Dollar.
Dame, and I'm going with Utah.
We know you don't be difficult. Why
No,
you
I
clean sweet, brother.
I like
that man live.
I like Utah. I told you when Utah home games, they're gonna be out there. Fuck you, niggas.
Yeah, I have heard that's how they fans
gonna be out there.
I
Like,
have heard that's how their fans are. You know,
some are good folks, but some of it, I mean, it isn't. It's in the mountains.
And you know what I'm saying? It's not that many of us out there in Utah.
Oh no.
Just name it Utah. It's Utah. Black folks ain't trying to go to Utah.
Black hole.
It ain't much out there. But we got a few more things to talk about, so we're gonna take a brief break. We'll be right back. You tuned in These Urban Times. And Live Hip Hop Daily presents Sideline Stories.
Yes,
We'll be
sir.
right back.
Yep.
Yeah.